Good evening, guys. How you doing? Welcome to another episode of Deep Into the Blues. So we got some big news coming your way, guys. The last 2 days or 3 days has been pretty hectic at Chelsea. Lots of transfers, moving pieces here and there. Honestly, but let's get into it. So first of all, first signing, obviously Marco Palestra to Chelsea. That's done and dusted. Now, this is where it gets shocking. Chelsea are going in for Granit Xhaka. Now, yes, that's the same Granit Xhaka that played for Arsenal, played under Xabi Alonso at Bayer Leverkusen, and is currently at Sunderland. And this guy is 33 years old right now. I think he's turning 34, and Chelsea are going for him. Now, this has come as a surprise because he's not really the kind of signing that Chelsea we know Chelsea would normally go for under this ownership called Blueco. Like, it's not the kind of signing they were good for. So, which makes me think that this has come directly from Xabi Alonso. So Xabi Alonso, who is the manager, by the way, not the head coach, the manager. There's a significant difference between a head coach and the manager. Is requesting for Granit Xhaka. Why? Because he's worked with the player. He knows what the player brings, and he knows the kind of leadership quality he brings on the football pitch. And that's the kind of player that he wants in his team at Chelsea right now. So I think Xabi Alonso has requested for Granit Xhaka from these owners and say, you know what, bring me Granit Xhaka. There's the leader I want. He's going to help me on the pitch. He's going to help the players on the pitch. So bring it. So really, the fact that Chelsea are even going for him and they're not saying no, it means okay, yeah, they want to back him. But so far, what we've heard is he's a great personal terms with Chelsea. He wants to move. Why? Because of Xabi Alonso. So the player definitely wants to reunite with the manager because why? Is the manager that he knows, the manager that got the best out of him at Bayer Leverkusen. Because when it was at Bayer Leverkusen, everyone was like, oh, he's actually quite good. He's improved since his Arsenal days. So all that kind of stuff. But like I said, Xabi Alonso wants the player, get him the player. But we're still looking at this ownership with one eye. Like, get it done. The manager wants him, get it done. We don't want this whole excuse of, oh, we couldn't agree a deal with the player because of this, because of that. Or we couldn't agree a deal with the club because of this. Sunderland don't want to sell because of the fee. But, you can get a deal done for this guy, 15, 20 million. Easy. Get it done. If Xabi Alonso wants him, get it done. Like, there's nothing there. If it brings the experience, obviously, he's not kind of player that we're Chelsea fans are like excited over. But because the manager wants him, and we all said, oh, you know what? Because the manager wants the player, get the player that the manager wants. It doesn't matter. Like, just get him. So, anyways, let me know what you guys think about Granit Xhaka. Are you happy with it? Do you think like yeah, it's definitely what we need in terms of experience? If you know his quality, I know what he brings. I know he's a tough tackling guy. He's very vocal. He's very passionate. Yeah, he's got some grit about him. He's got that dirty side to him, which is kind of what we need. So let me know what you guys think. Is it what we need? Is it, what do you guys think? Also, in another news, Chelsea are going for a left back in the Spanish La Liga by the name of Pep Chevaria. Now, this this is also shocking because this guy is 28 years old. 28. Now, notice that I said he's 28. He's not, so he doesn't really fit into the model. So, which makes me think, is this another signing that Xabi Alonso has personally requested for? And if Xabi Alonso has requested for him, sign him. That's what we care about. If whoever Xabi wants, get him. At least if the flops, yeah, is the manager will put him in. I mean, we don't know. I don't know much about this player. I don't think anyone knows much about him. But he's a left wing back. He's meant to be Cucurella's cover. So if Chelsea want him, or Xabi Alonso wants him, go for him. Let's see what he brings. What can he bring? What does he do? He's played for Rayo Vallecano in the La Liga for the last few years. So let's see. He's Spanish. I mean, I don't know how good this guy is. I don't know what he brings. I don't know his quality. That's something I'll have to look into. But like I said, whoever the manager wants, get them whoever the manager wants. This is the player if this is the player that Xabi Alonso wants, just get him in. Don't fumble the bag. I'm pretty sure personal terms with the player will be agreed. And then club to club. I'm married that he has a 25 million euros release clause. That's like what, 23 million, 20 million? Come on. Yeah, you can easily. Again, look, this whole thing, like, experience, players of good age, players of good quality is what we need in this team. And if Xabi Alonso feels like Pep Chevaria is of quality, good experience, bring him in for Xabi Alonso. He wants Granit Xhaka, bring him in. Granit Xhaka is willing to move as well, so he's willing to fight 2-0 to get to Chelsea. He's willing to agree any personal terms of any condition to even join Chelsea. So that tells you that he wants to move because of the manager. So again, I think, and also this is a testament to Xabi Alonso's pull, because imagine this: Granit Xhaka is playing for Sunderland. Sunderland are in Europa League, I believe, or Conference League, because they finished above Chelsea last year. So again, if you want to leave a team that's competing in Europe for a team that's not competing in Europe because of a manager, that tells you the pull that the manager has. So again, this is a testament to Xabi Alonso. The pull that he has. In terms of like bringing players in. So the fact that players want to play for him, that tells you, Palestra was the same. Now you got Granit Xhaka. If Chevaria is the same, that tells you what all these players see. They want to learn under Xabi Alonso. They see Xabi Alonso as a manager, who has got the quality. He's been there, he's done that, So yeah, let's see. Also, since we've been talking about incomings, let's talk about outgoings. Chelsea are not looking to sell Chalobah, but if a decent offer comes in for Chalobah, Chelsea will be willing to entertain. Apparently, we're looking for 35 million euros for him, or pounds. Yeah. But so far, the only two teams I know are from the Italian league, and that is Como and Inter, as reported by Fabrizio and other reliable sources. Chelsea are only going to entertain offers within 30 million for, Chalobah. So, for me personally, I don't think it should go. I think it's a decent squad player to have. He's of good age, experience. He's given so much for the club. He was born and bred in Chelsea. So I also say keep him around. If Xabi Alonso wants to keep him, keep him. So again, like I said, I wouldn't sell him. I'll still keep him around. Just, as a squad player, fill in here and there whenever you need. You can play in CDM, you can play in centre back, you can even play right back when you need to. So again, definitely a good option to have off the bench and, for certain games. So we're only going to play in one game a week this coming season. So, excuse me. This coming season. So, really, this is kind of what we need. Also, another player that might be leaving is Chile. And, so, like I said, just sell the guy at this point. Another player that I was looking, I think everyone's been talking about this one throughout the whole summer, Enzo Fernandez. I believe so far no one has heard anything, because so far Fabrizio is saying there's no club-to-club contact. Ben Jacobs is saying there's been club-to-club contact here and there. But obviously, we don't know what to go with. So again, it's kind of one is contradicting the other, because we're like, oh, well, okay, so Enzo's going to leave. So Real Madrid, Jose Mourinho wants him. Fabrizio is saying there's no talk within the two clubs yet. So what's going on there? But anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think. Do you feel, Chevaria, Granit Xhaka, do you feel like Chelsea are finally doing right by Alonso? What do you guys think? Or are they just feeding us all loads of crap about, we're just going to put some PR nonsense out there to show that we're backing the manager, but then, swindle us and then go for certain other players that are like 21 or 22 that fit into the model. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know, let's comment.